Good morning and welcome back. Well, it's one of those cool, rainy Nova Scotia days, so I'm able to get in the shop here. And I had some really good concrete luck. I have a bin down by the little highway that runs between our house and the ocean. I'll see if I can give you a shot of it. It's down there. So I can honestly say I've never had to buy a plastic pot. I've always just salvaged them. So I went down there the other day and this one was in there. Really exciting because it's very similar to this one that I've just about worn out. So I thought I'd show you how I pour them. So I've already taped up the bottom of this one. But one of the things that happens with them is between the feet here, this part of the plastic, it gets a natural sag in it. And when you put concrete in there, that sag gets worse. So my first few pots, I had that belly. So I figured out that this is about a 1/4 inch thing here. So this is 1/4 inch plywood. So I put a piece of that in there, and that kind of stabilizes everything because the concrete's just going to make that belly worse. So I'll tape that into place so it can't move. That way when I put it down and I put concrete in it, that plywood's pushing up that place in there so it makes it nice and flat. So this one had 4 tabs in the corners. And the first few pots I made, I didn't remove those tabs, so this is what I got. Those little slots where those tabs were. So I've already gone in with the Dremel and gotten rid of those tabs on this one. So just like a cooking show, I've already mixed up the concrete. And this mix, you can make a little wetter than when I was making the other pot in the first video, but you still don't want it runny. You still want it to be not runny. So this is looking about right. So I've got this one prepared for the inside of it. I've got the sand in it. And it's all taped up. Occasionally you have to put new tape on because if you get little pockets in the tape where the concrete gets in there, then it'll be a problem. It's been a problem before. So I always check them real good and put new tape on them. You just want everything sealed up. So I always put about 3. Ooh, I almost forgot to oil it. Okay. Get a glove on. So this is just some old motor oil that I had laying around. You can use just about any kind of oil. The most important thing is to get it in those feet really good because I've had quite a few of them. I didn't oil good enough and one corner of the foot breaks off, and then it just ruins the whole look of the pot. So you want to run it around in there and make sure that all your feet have it. That's the most sensitive part of these, and one little piece of that foot breaks off and it just ruins the whole look of the pot. Alright, so we're always put this stuff up and put the cap back on. Okay. So I always put 3 hefty scoops in the bottom. And tamp it down, because we want it all to go into those feet. And you want to make sure you've got a fairly level table, because it is self-leveling. So then obviously we want to center this pot of sand. The closer you get it to center now, the better it's going to come out. So I always try to put some in each corner. Kind of locks it into place. Then I'll go back and put it in between. So it's pretty important to agitate them a lot, because there's going to be air bubbles in them. There always is air bubbles in concrete. So at this point I've got it all in there, but it's not right yet. So I usually apply a little pressure to the top. And use this time to get it centered in there, because otherwise it's going to be lopsided pot, you know. And you just kind of have to get a feel for how hard you can push on it and still keep your bottom right, because I'm trying to make them about a 1/2 inch on the bottom. But after a while, you just get a feel for what you can do. You can't push very hard on the thing in there, because it'll make your bottom too thin. So this one's looking pretty good. Let's see if I can give you a shot in there. So that's pretty much it for pouring one. Now it's just 24 hours to wait, and tomorrow I'll do another video, part 2 of taking it out, and we can see what it looks like. So happy pot making. Have a good one.